Hey everyone, it's Kelsey. So today I wanted to kind of do a updated everyday look. This is kind of the look that I've been going for just about every day. It's really simple, easy to do. The eye look you might need a little practice on, but once you get it down it's really easy. Pretty minimal products. So anyway, I hope you enjoy this video and keep watching if you want to learn how to put this together. So the first thing that I do is I take my Estee Lauder Matte Perfecting Primer and apply about that much to your whole face. I'm going to warm it up in your hands a bit. I've done a review on this primer and it just feels like silk on your face. It's amazing how it feels. If you hear some kind of a weird noise in the background, my cats are playing with their little spinny thing with the ball in it. They have been having a ball today. So now I'm going to take my Chanel Perfection Lumiere foundation. I am number 12 Beige Rose. I don't know if it's gonna focus. Guess not. But anyway, I take 3 pumps of this on the back of my hand, and it's about that much, and that's about as much as I need on my whole face. Now I haven't really experimented with application methods too much with this. I tried the Beauty Blender once and it gave a really sheer coverage for this foundation, but I really like using a foundation brush with this. So, just going to start applying it. Okay, so after that I kind of like to pat it in just in little spots where I feel like there might be any streaks or anything like that. Next I'm going to apply concealer in areas where I feel like I need a little more coverage, and I'm using the Hard Candy Glamoflauge, and you only need a tiny bit. Like seriously, that much. That's all I'm using for these little spots. And sometimes that little bit can even be too much. After that, I'm going to conceal underneath my eyes with my Benefit Erase Paste. I like to kind of save this step for last because my foundations and concealers tend to crease underneath my eyes. And so I like to apply the concealer and a powder over them as quickly as possible to help kind of cut down on all of that creasing underneath. So I just try to kind of concentrate most of it here on the inner part of my eye. And then I apply that with my ring finger, but I actually take my ring finger and blend it out. When you feel like you've got the optimum amount of coverage, that's when I go ahead and do my powdering. And I'm going to use my NARS pressed powder in Flesh. I just use a big powder brush for that. Now I'm going to use a pretty big fluffy brush like this to apply the powder underneath my eyes. Now my face looks a little ghostly, a little pale, but I think it's coming off a lot more pale on the camera than it actually is. But I'm going to add a little warmth to the face anyway. I'm going to do a little bit of contouring and stuff. So I'm going to use my Too Faced Chocolate Soleil bronzer. And just a teeny tiny bit because this color is pretty dark for fair skinned girls. And then tap off a little bit. And then you can do the fish face if you don't know exactly where to apply the bronzer, but I've kind of evolved out of the fish face. I kind of know exactly where to put it, so I don't really fish face it anymore. So you don't want to rub too hard because it'll rub your foundation off, but you want the darkest of it to be kind of back here and it kind of just blend into the lighter color. So you want the darkest concentration of color back here towards your hairline. So you can see there's kind of a line there. I'm kind of glad that my camera shows up a little darker than it actually is. Perfect contouring. Now I'm going to add a little to the temple and the forehead and everything. This is why it's a pretty good idea to have your hair kind of back some. And then under the chin a little. Now my nose doesn't need much contouring, but I do still like to give a little bit more depth to my face. So I take the same fluffy brush that I used for the under eye powder and I just tap it in there in the bronzer a little bit and then just kind of go down the sides of the nose a little bit. This gives your face more dimension. It doesn't, you can use this to kind of reshape your nose. It will make your nose look thinner, but I use it more for really nice dimension to my face so it doesn't look so flat, so it actually looks 3D like it's supposed to. So that's pretty much all of the contouring I'm going to do. Now I've been using this MAC blush a lot lately. It is cubic. It's just a really nice kind of a medium pink with a satin finish to it. And I'm going to take just a fluffy brush like that. And sometimes I apply it to apples of my cheeks. Sometimes I apply it back here. But I think I'll do the apples today. I just kind of play with it some, and you can go pretty heavy-handed with this and it won't look bad, so it's kind of foolproof blush in my opinion. And I just pat it on instead of actually rubbing or swirling it on. Now I'm going to take my highlighter, which is my NARS Multiple in Copacabana. And that's what it looks like. It's kind of a shimmering, kind of a pinkish pearl color. I just lightly swirl it on my finger. That way you can see it's really nice and shimmery. Then I just really lightly tap it onto the tops of the cheekbones. So it just gives really nice, kind of a glowy look. And then down the bridge of the nose. On the chin. On the Cupid's bow. And then lastly, I do a little on the middle of the forehead. And that just adds a really nice, pretty, kind of a subtle, glowy look. Okay, after that, I start with my eyebrows, and I'm going to use my Revlon Brow Fantasy. So I use the number 1 side, which is the pencil. I kind of just move my brows to get them in the shape that I want. Then I start with the outer line instead of the middle. Then I move in. So that's kind of the shape that I'm going for. So once you've got them pretty even, then you can go to the number 2 side with the gel and just comb them in the direction that you want them to go. This will help keep your brows in place. After that, I'm going to start with the eyes, and I don't really use a primer. I don't use eyeshadow anymore. I've just really been focusing on eyeliner. So I'm going to use my Stila Stay All Day waterproof liquid eyeliner, and I have actually found that I don't need to use a primer to make this stay all day, and it just looks amazing. So this is the part that I'm going to kind of speed it up some. Well, I already have sped it up some, but anyway, I'm going to do like a really nice kind of a little kitten liner look, and it takes quite a bit of practice. I think this is the first time I've done it on camera, so be kind because I'm still really practicing on it. So I'm going to go ahead and start. Okay, so after you're done doing that, I take my little, I've been really liking this mascara. It's the Chanel Inimitable Intense in number 10 Noir, which is the black one. And this is just a little sample, but I think I may go pick this up because I really like what it does for my lashes. It looks really, really nice. It's just really lightweight, and it coats every lash and separates every lash, and it really looks nice. After you've applied your mascara, you're ready to do lips. I've been doing kind of a lot of different lip looks with this kind of a makeup look because it's really versatile. If I'm feeling a little more polished and put together, I'll probably use my MAC Cream Cup with my Chanel Sundress Gloss over it. Or if you just want to keep it really simple, you can use the Burt's Bees Tinted Lip Balm. But I think for today, I'm going to use my MAC Viva Glam IV. And this is more for like a date night look or a clubby look or something like that. It's a really pretty rose gold color. So just apply that. And that's it. You're done. This is the finished look. I really hope that you enjoyed this video, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.